Hey everybody, my name is Hannah and welcome to my first booktube video. I'm gonna be like every other person on the internet and do a booktube newbie tag. Like I said, my name is Hannah. I am 20 years old and I work part-time retail. So the first question is, why did you start your channel? I love books. I love talking about books, but I don't have anybody to talk about books with, like, in my house that, like, they all listen to me. They're all like, yeah, okay, Hannah, sure, whatever, and they, like, listen to me ramble about books, but, like, nobody cares about talking about books with me, other than my mom, but she doesn't read as much as me, so I feel like I annoy her with how much I'm like, hey, listen to this new book that I read, here's the entire plot, here's what happened. Sorry about that, I thought I heard somebody coming to my room. Question number 2. What are some funny or unique things that you can bring to booktube? I don't know that necessarily I am the best person to answer that about myself, because I have anxiety and I have a really hard time, like, complimenting myself a lot, but I guess I'm a 20-year-old pop punk kid at heart, who loves reading, who loves talking about reading. Question number 3, what are you most excited for this channel? The community aspect of booktube is what's really drawn me in. Like, I've watched booktube for years. I've wanted to start a channel so bad, but like I said, like, I'm an anxious person and I got in my head about stuff and I just never did it. But I'm really excited to branch out and make friends in a community that loves books as much as I do. Number 4, why do you love reading? Well, my mom has always loved reading so much growing up. She always was reading to me and my sister, always made sure we had a fully stocked library, whether it be like Dr. Seuss books or like when I came home and wanted to buy stuff from the Scholastic Book Fair, she was always like willing to buy us books, and she would read to us every night before we go to bed. I think the one that I remember most, she would read Mary-Kate and Ashley books, like the chapter books of like, oh, what hijinks are they getting up to now, to us literally every night before we would go to bed. What book series got me into reading? Well, the first series that I ever read was Harry Potter. I think the first one came out, what, 97? I was born in 99. I grew up with those books. Those are, like, my heart and soul. I love Harry Potter. Yeah, I love it so much. But the first big book that I remember that I was like, okay, maybe I love reading, was East. I don't remember who it's by. I don't remember what it's about. I vaguely remember a polar bear. That's about it. That was the book that led me to Harry Potter. And now I do remember, like I said, with the Scholastic Book Fair, buying a box set of Junie B. Jones books, and those were always fun to read. I think my mom still has them upstairs on her bookshelf. Next question, what question would you ask your favorite booktubers? Well, my favorite booktubers are Books and Lala, Kayla, I watch her all the time, Haley and Bookland, Brittany the Bibliophile, Brittany the Bibliophile. I might read books, but that doesn't mean I'm literate. But what question would I ask them is just, how do you stay motivated? How do you stay on top of it and relevant when there's things that maybe you don't want to do about booktube, or you are not excited about what everybody else is excited about? How do you keep making videos, keep pushing forward, and staying relevant in the community? Next question. What challenge do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? For me personally, it will be my anxiety. I am such a shy person that even doing this, just talking to my phone camera, is hard. But my anxiety, so like, just if you guys are seeing this, if this makes it to the internet in any way, shape, or form, will be a huge step for me. But overcoming my anxiety, reaching out to people. I'm really bad at talking to people. I'm super introverted, and I'm hoping that maybe this will help a lot. Next question, when did you start reading? When I was a child. I was talking to my mom about this the other day. I don't remember learning how to read. I just always remember reading, whether it be little books or like graduating into Junie B. Jones books, into big chapter books, into the Harry Potter. 6th grade was Hunger Games for me. I always remember reading, having a book with me. Where do I read? Well, right now I'm in my room, and I read everywhere in my room. I read on my bed. I read on the staircase. I read in this corner that I'm standing in right now. I read by the fireplace. Read in the dining room table upstairs. I read when I'm at work in the break room. I read in my car. Literally anywhere that I can read, I will read. What kind of books do I read? Any kind. I don't care. I don't care if it's like a trashy YA. I don't care if it's romance. I don't care if it's mass market paperback. Me and some of my friends have like a book club where we just read Linda Lyle Miller cowboy books, because why not? Because who doesn't love a good cowboy romance? I've started getting into thrillers and like crime mystery books recently. My dad bought me a crime book for Christmas that he picked out specifically. That was mine. That was not off of like the list of books that I wanted for Christmas. He thought, like, he picked it out for me. That was the first crime book I've ever read. Loved it. And now I'm starting to like branch into that genre, but I read a lot of YA fantasy, contemporary. I'm starting to get into sci-fi. It's not my favorite, but I'm trying really hard. And then I read, never mind, I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, I genuinely, like, I'm not that picky about the books that I read. I will read anything and everything. If I enjoy it, I enjoy it. That was the last question. I am currently reading, hold on, I'll go get it. These are the two books I'm currently reading. Aragon by Christopher Paolini. I don't know if that's how you say his name. I apologize in advance. And The Lost Hero, which is the first in the Heroes of Olympus series by Rick Riordan. I've never read this series. I've never read any of Rick Riordan's other stuff, like other than Percy Jackson, which I read middle school. But I just never read his other stuff. So this was on sale. I got the entire box set of these books off of Amazon. Last month they were on sale for $27, so I was like, you know what, I'll buy it. I loved Percy Jackson. I love Rick Riordan's writing. I'll read them all. So that is what I am currently reading. Alright, and I guess that is the end of this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Adios.